There we go. Hi,
Okay,
Richard.
there we go. Hey, Colin, what's the beard, man? My beard doesn't grow like that, but it looks pretty good on you.
It doesn't look great. I just grow it out in the winter, because I go hiking and go out, and it keeps me warm. Plus, it was very cold over the holidays, so it is what it is. I'll trim it up some once the weather subsides.
So you're one of those. You follow the weather. So that's kind
No,
of
I don't
interesting because
follow it. I
yeah, you
just
kind of do. In the wintertime, you grow a beard.
Yes, but here's the thing. I don't think there's a lot of people when it's 7 degrees that go out hiking.
Yeah, but it doesn't have anything to do with the facial hair.
Yeah, it
It's
keeps
kind
me.
of interesting, and I digress only for a second, and
No,
then
no, that's fine.
pull me back in because I know a lot of women who actually say they dye their hair darker in the winter, and then they go back to highlighting it and making it blonde in the summertime. A lot of people
No,
do that.
what I'm getting at is there's a practical reason for this. Is
It's
that
not true though.
you don't think it keeps me warmer?
No.
I think it does. I can feel the wind hitting it as opposed to hitting my face.
Oh,
It's insulation. Why do wait a
oh.
minute? Wait a minute. What you say is true, that it doesn't keep me warmer. Why do dogs go out in the when it's and they have fur and they're not as cold as humans? Why are polar bears living in Antarctica?
What, what, what the hell are we talking about?
My beard. It's not great, but it's for practical reasons, not for aesthetic
And
reasons.
now we're polar bears
No, no,
and
no, no.
deer.
But
Why don't deer get cold?
because they have that coat.
No, they're no.
There's not a whole lot of people at 6:15 in the morning when it's 8 degrees out that are out pulling 12 miles on trails, though.
Well, speaking of beards,
Yes.
can we talk about one in particular,
Um, sure.
Mr. Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I thought you were going to talk about. Okay, yeah.
No, you thought I was going to talk about who?
Harbaugh
Is he worth talking about?
eventually, but let's talk about Rodgers. Um, Rodgers proved his value in the second half. His whole value for the season in the second half of the game against Baltimore the other night.
Okay, I agree. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I really am surprised at the hype this game's getting as going down as one of the greatest games ever to be played in the NFL. I
Yeah, I don't.
mean,
I'm
this
not
is,
with that.
well, I mean, especially if you break this game down analytically and we missed the extra point, right?
Can I tell
Uh,
you that that's the biggest point that people are missing is that the Steelers' most reliable player failed in the moment of most consequence for him?
100%.
I mean, there's
100%.
no other way to say it.
There is no other way to say it, but okay, so it happened. Um, but we didn't play our best ball. We had, Aaron did a great job doing what you said. That's his franchise value. And, and I like the way Mike supports him and I like the way he supports Mike. I like all that. And I actually read this morning that they asked Pat Fryermuth what he's like in the huddle, and he said he actually told us a joke before that last series
Oh,
in the
wow.
huddle. Yeah, and I think that's kind of cool. Keeps it loose. Um, but what do you think about them? What do you think's going to happen?
That I don't know, but to further the point where it's not like all sunshine and roses, and to look at this practically, you're right. They talk about this game like it's the greatest game in history. That they were only in that game because they went to Cleveland and lost.
That's absolutely a very much overlooked fact.
I mean, lost to a terrible team, didn't do anything offensively,
Yeah,
and I mean that's kind of so. While
but
you have to celebrate the last, getting it together, putting a couple drives together.
oh yeah,
The
yeah,
totality of the whole thing is they're on shaky ground.
yeah. But I really like the fact that if this is Aaron Rodgers, and what a great way to ride off into the sunset. Let's say, let's say we win on Monday night, right?
Hmm.
regardless of what happens after that. Aaron Rodgers would be part of breaking the negative streak about Mike Tomlin not winning a playoff game. So Aaron would be part of that, regardless of what happens after Monday, right?
Right.
So he would have been part of that. Mike would have done what he was supposed to do. Um, but what a wonderful way to ride off into the sunset. I can't think of a better scenario for him to do that. And I hope he does because sometimes we see people stay too long. But I'd like to see him go out on a winning note and really punctuate everything that he's ever done in the NFL, which he's been a wonderful contributor, first time ballot, Hall of Famer. I get it. I think it has the scenario now where it can all play out.
It can. It certainly can. But what if he's tempted to come back next year on a 1-year deal again?
I mean, I still want to know what our plan is beyond Aaron.
I
Right?
honestly think it's give Mason Rudolph a shot, and if he fails, Will Howard. And
I
maybe
don't.
try to get Malik Willis.
I'm not sure who is Malik Willis.
He was at Liberty. He's,
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I like Will Howard, and there was something that I saw about the relationship between Will Howard and Aaron Rodgers, and I saw him even approach him after the game, and it was with warmth and camaraderie, and I think Aaron believes in him, and I saw uh who's the coach that
John
has the
Gruden.
John Gruden, right? I saw his interaction,
Yes.
right? And I like Will Howard. And for me, the thing is, you can't take a guy that's been a loser and expect him to be a winner, right? You can't take a guy that's never tasted success and say, I want you to win a Super Bowl. Now, you got a better chance of doing that with a guy that was a national freaking champion, right?
Man, you're like speaking right to what I was going to say in so much as this. I thought all the Will Howard hype was totally overblown, fifth or sixth round draft pick, whatever. I'm
Right.
thinking, okay, what's going on? Until the way Aaron Rodgers has spoken about him. Then I'm
Yeah.
like, okay,
Instant cred.
why am I not supposed to pay attention when a Hall of Fame quarterback is telling me how bright he is, how good he is, how much of a future he is? Who am I to negate that?
And how committed he is.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
okay, as soon as he may work out, he may not, but I'm not one to supersede the opinion of Aaron Rodgers.
Absolutely, I agree with that. But if you bring Mason Rudolph into this conversation, it's going to make me mad. He shouldn't even be considered. He's not been a winner.
I agree. I agree. But it gets
Okay.
back to loyalty, and it's one of
Yeah.
the Steelers' greatest attributes, they think. I think it's one of their biggest faults.
Well, I mean, you say it all the time. Sometimes, and with most of us, actually, the best thing about us can also be the worst thing about us.
Yes.
And so that loyalty, I don't think it's misplaced. I think it would be misplaced loyalty to Mason Rudolph. That's misplaced. Why would we have any loyalty to Mason Rudolph? I mean,
I
I can't
I
figure that out.
I would agree with you, but it is what it is. What do you think about two night games, two primetime games in a row? I don't like it.
Why?
You want to know my real rationale? It's much with the same thing with the NCAA basketball tournament. And you're gonna think this is a small thing, but it's not. To me, at least. You have younger people, kids, that live and die with their football team all year. Okay? All year. 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, all year.
Okay.
Now, and again, this is just where it's about money, and I get it. But now the two biggest games of consequence are on school nights and start after 8 o'clock, and they can't see the games. And
I think they're still going to see the games.
they're not going to go. There's a lot of kids that won't go that may have tickets. I don't think an
A whole
NFL
different
franchise
perspective. That's a different perspective than anything I would be thinking of
and then
right
well
now.
yeah,
I want
because
I
it's
want
about
viewers.
money.
I want eyeballs, and
An
eyeballs
NFL
equal dollars.
franchise should never play back-to-back primetime games ever. Ever. And why can't this game be on Saturday?
Well, you have two games on Saturday, right?
Why couldn't that have been one of them?
I mean, I don't know. It's like if grandma had balls, she'd be grandpa. I
Well,
don't
I
know.
understand that. I just think we we are so worried about the money and the ratings and this and that. It's actually not going to take a slip no matter who you put on. And I don't know,
Okay, but
just
none of this matters though. Who's going to win the game?
no, that does matter.
No, it doesn't.
No, I actually think in a way it does because it accentuates even more. Well, here's where it matters. Here's where it matters is that there's never, ever, ever a doubt, ever moving forward, that what's most important to the NFL is not the person who walks in and turns the turnstile. It's the person who watches on television. They are much more important to the NFL than the fan at the game. The TV revenue.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I can make myself believe that. I don't know. I don't know why there would be a differentiation between the two. I mean, the fan's the fan. I don't know. I don't know if I buy that.
I do because you could play one of those night games as a West Coast game, and essentially it starts at 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the building of the value of a franchise really I think it's holistic. I really do. I think it's that we just want to get you. We want you to be addicted to the NFL.
Oh,
Whether you come here, whether you watch it, no matter what it is, we want you to bleed NFL.
there's no question, and it does. They own a whole day of our existence.
Listen, Roger Goodell said he has done an amazing. Just when you thought he couldn't be, the NFL couldn't be eclipsed, he eclipsed everything. The value, the TV contracts, the international. I mean,
Labor peace.
man has done an amazing job.
Oh,
And
he's one of the greatest businessmen in the history of this planet.
yeah, it really is. What is he an attorney? Is that his background?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and he went to W&J undergrad. You knew that, right?
I didn't know that.
Yes, he's from like Jamestown area, New York, upstate New York.
Didn't know that.
Went to W&J, visited, liked it, went there, and has since was in the business world, then was in the NFL, worked his way up, and became commissioner. But yeah, he's a Washington and Jefferson grad.
I absolutely did not know that. That's kind of cool.
It is very cool. He goes back every once in a while too.
Very cool. And he's done a wonderful thing. And I know, people talk about how much he's paying. I think it's like 43 or 45 million bucks a year.
It's not enough.
It certainly isn't.
Whatever they pay him is fine by me. What
Listen,
did you
I know
go ahead?
not to interrupt you, but I can tell you I was around at the time that the Barlows bought the 49ers.
Right?
Do you remember what they paid for that team?
What, like 10 million bucks?
16.
Oh my gosh.
Is that insane?
And all that money was on the up and up too, right?
They say. Yes. Is
Yes.
that being sarcastic?
Well, it's crazy in that they had all those holdings and then they were able to roll it into the 49ers. And essentially, you know what was neat about that though, and still is, you still have a pocket in like Youngstown of 49ers fans.
Oh, well, if you drop down Market Street, you see, the Barlow building, and it
Right.
has the 49ers banner hanging. I
Yes.
mean, and I mean, I knew those guys pretty well. And I was around at that time. And Eddie DeBartolo Jr. created that. I mean, he really did.
You know what I liked about them is they were good businessmen, but they also weren't afraid to wear their heart on their sleeve with their football team. Like
Eddie
they
was a
would
fan.
they would get in the elevator early to go yell at a referee on his way off the field.
Oh yeah, Eddie was something. He was a very passionate owner and young.
Correct. I'd rather have that than some empty suit that was just trying to turn a profit. Like I think people rallied around that on the West Coast that were like kind of not, and they hated the Raiders or whatever, but people liked the 49ers because it was just a guy that kind of a regular guy that got rich. It wasn't some stuffed shirt guy that was so detached from them.
Yeah. What's an NFL franchise worth today, do you think?
Oh, billions in the billions.
3?
Yeah.
4?
It's $3-4 billion, right?
16 million to 4 billion. Wow.
My goodness.
Wow. That's
You know,
freaking great.
This is funny. This is an interesting story. I was driving one night and I was covering a game at USF in Florida, in Tampa, right outside of Tampa. And I went to go have dinner with a friend of mine. And so I'm going down this road. It's like kind of a, not a dirt road, but I took a wrong turn. I didn't have my GPS. I go and I pull into this empty construction lot. And I'm like, huh, there's a security guard. And he's like, hey, what are you doing here? And I'm like, oh, I just got lost. He's like, no big deal. I go, I'm actually in from Pittsburgh, whatever. I'm looking for this restaurant. I took a wrong turn. I'm on my way out. And there were three big trucks, DeBartolo Holdings. And they
Yeah.
were, and the construction guy, the security guy was not dealing. He wanted me out. That was, I remember that to this day. It was probably 2000 or so.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was I went to the game and with Eddie and his crew, and this was so impressive to me. And I was nothing. I was nobody. I meant nothing to anybody.
Right?
And but I was there, and it just was so awesome to me to be in that limo, and police officers on the front of the car, the back of the car, going cutting through the traffic with the sirens on. Like, wow, this is so cool to be
Do,
part of it.
do you know what? It's not an urban legend. Apparently, it's true that both uh, generations of DeBartolos, Mr. DeBartolo and Eddie DeBartolo, were known for being extravagant and wonderful tippers to the wait staff. Like
Yes,
incredible tippers and to all their office staff, like around the holidays.
that's true. I have I do have and had a relationship there. And it's been a long time and it was secondary, but I can tell you that I know enough personally about them to tell you that was true. Um, Mr. DeBartolo Sr., every day in the office, 6:30 a.m. Every day.
Wow.
He lived, I don't know, maybe a half a mile down the road, White House, right on the main road, would walk to work every day.
Man.
Yeah, every day. And Eddie, same work ethic, same everything, and with an expanded view of the world, right? Mr. D was pretty basic, straightforward, but brilliant. Remember the racetracks and everything and all the
Yeah.
holdings that I mean, everything. And then his sister um, was and is Denise York, obviously, and it's her son Jed that runs the team now or owns the team. But I mean, just wonderful people, wonderful family. Um, Denise and her husband, who was a dentist, came to my dad's funeral. Yeah, and that was a long time ago, but those are the things that really show you the character of the people involved, and they
Man.
were they were always very very nice to me.
So the
So
Steelers going to win Monday night?
yes, I think the Steelers are going to win Monday night. I think the Steelers' toughest game is behind them,
Uh huh.
and that came out the right way, regardless of a field goal, missed extra point, regardless of all that. The bottom line is it's in the win column, and I think Houston. I don't know why doesn't scare me.
I I actually think it's going to be the same scenario, but the field goal is going to go in and they're going to lose at the end.
If
Real
they can
tight
keep it
game.
that, see, I think if they keep it that close, they win.
Yeah.
I
I,
mean, I,
I
I really do. I'm concerned. My only concern is, what if I'm wrong? What if all this comes out and like now we're going to be exposed for who we really are? But who we really are? Who's the MVP? Let me tell you who that MVP on that team is. It's Cam Hayward. That man is a bad ass. Okay, he
it's
doesn't
either him or
quit.
Gainwell for sure.
He
100%.
Cam brings it, man. And I agree about Gainwell, but Cam is, man, that guy, he's making tackles downfield for heaven's sake, right? And then
And
I'm
they
going to
put
tell
him
you
in on
another one.
offense in the
And it,
tush push.
yes, which I can't believe they did, but they did. And the other guy to me, and I like this guy from the time we drafted him, is Zach Frazier.
Yeah, he's
Love him.
tough.
Oh, is he tough? Oh, is he tough? And they're relentless. They don't stop. They don't quit. But Cam Hayward to me, Man, I don't know if there's another award that you can give the guy, and I don't know if he'll stay another year or not, but he's my MVP. He really is.
Speaking of Zach Frazier, you got to get him linked up with Schultz Ford and Wheeling.
Yeah, yeah. He actually drives an F-150, but not from me. I don't think any dealer actually, but I think his personal car is an F-150.
Well, you need to get him linked up in Wheeling. He's from down in there.
Yeah, and what do you got? WVU, right?
Yes, and he's from
Yeah.
that right down in there.
Yeah, yeah. Good
Get
guy.
on that, Richard.
I'll get on it, sir. All right. So who's going to win the game in your eyes?
Steelers are going to, sadly, I think they're going to lose like 21-19 or something like that.
I hope you're wrong.
So do I. I actually do hope I'm wrong, but I see their luck running out.
I don't know. Luck. Luck is an interesting term.
It is. All right. Talk
The
next
harder
week
you
after
work,
the game.
the luckier you get.
You're right about that. Let's talk
Well,
next
thank you.
week.
Hey, we're going to talk after Monday.
We're going to talk Monday. No, Monday's the game. Why don't you call me on Tuesday on the show?
Let's do that.
Let's do that because I don't want to talk Monday.
Tuesday.
Let's do it Tuesday.
Oh, that'd be great.
Perfect. Talk then.
Good idea.
See ya.
Love you, man. Thank you.